Mm. Good morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Not quite awake yet. Had a late night last night with the brethren. As promised, I would like to speak with y'all about Tulsi Gabbard, Representative Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii. And I guess first things first, as the world continues to deteriorate, as we move closer and closer to those final events, and I told the people at church this yesterday, people are going to be under more and more and more ever increasing amounts of stress. You are going to be under ever increasing amounts of stress. So get ready for it. Be prepared to deal with it. And try to take a step back from your emotions and just let your brain work. Most of you are great at that. Hold on, I gotta look at my dog. Quit whining. Sorry. Most of you are great at that, which is why I love Patreon. I realize, see, I'm feeling a little defensive. See, my arms are crossed. I realize that politics and religion and other things are heartfelt, and people have very strong opinions about these things. Okay, I do too. I don't hide my religion. I don't hide my politics, but this is not a religious or a political channel per se, right? You just get me. And I expect a level of common decency and mutual respect. You do not have to agree with my opinion on anything. You can even, until you start sounding like a squeaky wheel, disagree with me here. But I have zero time and patience for people who are rude, who call me names, and who accuse me of things when, period, most especially when they don't know what the heck they're talking about. I just banned a former Viking, and I left the comment up, so y'all can search down in the comments under the Tulsi post that I did. You claim this, and you don't know about the Democrats, and you are leading people astray. Dude, all I said was, I'm going to talk about Tulsi Gabbard. Check out her wiki page. Where in there did I say what I thought of Tulsi? Another good plan is to never post when drunk, never hit send on an email or a post or anything when angry. Be mature. So that person is no longer with us. Now, let's talk about Tulsi. What do I think about her? Why do I think we should even bother discussing her? Because I think Tulsi has an excellent opportunity to be the next president of the United States. Yes, I do. Whether that's in 2020 or 2024, I think she's got an excellent opportunity. Why? Notice I didn't say if I thought that was a good idea or a bad idea for those of you who are starting to hover, because even I only banned one person, but a couple of y'all, you were making assumptions. You ought to know me better than that. Let's talk about the American electorate. In many ways, to a large-ish degree, vapid and shallow and easily moved. There are people in my congregation who disagree with me on this point, which is fine. I think Trump was a mistake. I think nobody took him seriously. I don't think he was selected, not elected. I think he snuck in, which is why the Democrats and the Republicans are all against him, and the establishment bureaucrats are all against him. They're like, crap, I can't believe he got in. That's what I think. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I think he snuck in. And now they're like, oh no, what do we do? Put that over here. Shut up, dog. No. Go lay down. He's been really bugging me today. We squirt them with water. But there were enough of us in the electorate who were tired up with business as usual, and we all jumped in and we put our vote behind Trump, who snuck the Republican nomination. I think if Trump had been running as an independent, third-party candidate, he would not have won, right? There are a lot of people out there who are gonna vote Democrat or Republican, regardless of who it is. It's like, I'm a Republican, and a bad Republican is better than a Democrat, so I'm voting Republican, like that. So, Tulsi is dangerous. I think she's very electable. I invited y'all to go check out her Wikipedia page. To me, it looks like she's had professional help writing it, having it written. Just the way things are parsed, the way things are written, the things that are included in there, they are positioning her to be the moderate choice for America. Let's talk about her positives. Again, as I think the American people are going to see them. Once again, notice I did not endorse or not endorse the woman. She's a woman. The American public are leaning more and more and more towards wanting a woman president, just 'cause. And again, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't really matter what you think. It matters what the American people, the voters, think. And they're leaning towards wanting a woman. But women have negatives. And again, I'm not trying to offend anybody, okay? It's my view as I see it. Hillary was portrayed, rightfully I think, as strident, emotional. These are feminine characteristics that aren't positive. And whenever a woman candidate runs, female candidate runs, those innuendos are there. It's her time of the month. She may have her hand on the button, or she'll break down and cry, or dun, dun, dun. I mean, it's there. Whether you agree with it or not, it's there. I have watched 2 interviews with Tulsi. Impressive. She carries herself well on film. Let's talk about how she looks. That's important. Oh yeah, it's important. How one looks. She's pretty, but she's not gorgeous. And that's a good thing. See, gorgeous woman, a Melania type woman. Melania's gorgeous, right? I mean, come on, she's a supermodel. She's gorgeous. If a woman like her was running for president, even if she was qualified, there would be pushback from other women voters because they'd be jealous. They wouldn't admit that, but they'd be jealous. She's too pretty. Tulsi is attractive, but she's not drop dead gorgeous, right? But she's not unattractive. She's not Hillary, right? I mean, she's okay. I think that's a plus for her. She's intelligent. She comes across extremely well-spoken without sounding uppity. See, that's another thing. That was another huge problem with Hillary. She talked down a lot, and she was really overly sarcastic and kind of snarky, and those are big negatives. Tulsi, she just sounds straightforward, serious, competent. People are going to like that about her. She has she's ethnic without being too ethnic. Ooh. Hey, again, I'm just trying to look at it like I think America's going to look at it. People feel good when they can cast a vote for, I'm talking white people who make up, 73% of the population? When they can cast a vote for someone who's not white. But come on, deep down there's that interracial bias in many, many people. Well, I don't want to vote for that person. They're too ethnic. Can we just leave it at that? So she's ethnic, but not too ethnic. Um, she's a Hindu. Kind of interesting, kind of fascinating. She's Samoan, Samoa. Um, Again, that's interesting. There are less and less Christians in this country. Before, when Kennedy ran, a huge negative against him was that he was Catholic. You know, people were saying the Pope's going to control the country and stuff. And for the longest time, if one wasn't a Christian, one wasn't going to get elected in this country, whether one really was or not. Right? You had to at least pretend. Those days are long gone in America. Obama proved that. So she's interesting. She's a Hindu. Everyone thinks Hindus are cool. You know, there's yoga is very popular right now. Blah blah blah. So it makes her interesting. And again, she doesn't wear her religion on her sleeve, but she doesn't hide from it. I do think that Tulsi, for the most part, is an honest, straightforward person. And again, this is based on very little background on my part. You know, I've watched 2 interviews, read her wiki page, and read a couple news articles about her. I reserve the right to amend and alter my remarks. But just from what I've read about her, I think she has general integrity, except 2 big ones that I'm going to get to. And so I think kind of what you see with her is what you get. I've heard, I've seen, to a degree, that when people get to Washington, they change. They change. They go there, these freshman Congress critters with all the best intentions, and they just get warped. There's a whole machine there, and we could go here, here, or here on that to warp these people. Let's talk about some things that I think are going to be positives. First of all, she's a Democrat. So all the Democrats, and she's a woman, so all the Democrats will vote for her. Okay, well, they need to get a slice of the independent voters and the Republican voters if she's going to win. So how does she do that? Because don't think for a minute that every Republican only votes Republican. Some will slide over. There's a lot of females Republicans who will vote for her because she has a vagina. I mean, it's true. They will. There's a lot of independents, same thing. And yet, will some Democrats oppose her? Yeah, sure. But most are going to go for her if they run her. She's very pro-India. She's a Hindu. Go figure. She's for a strategic partnership with India. So am I. I have said for 2 decades, what the heck are we doing vis-a-vis India? Why are we not? If I were president, I would find one of the smartest people I could find and appoint him or her as ambassador to India. And I would pull out the stops to try to develop a close relationship with India. Why? Number one, they are a huge rising economy. When India develops their big middle class, whew, talk about capitalism, baby. They're going to be important. They have a pretty big army and military, and they are strategically placed in the world. Forever, Russia, China, and the U.S. have kind of been playing games with India. I say let's just support India. Let's be its friend. Back in the 90s, we used to say India wants to make the Indian Ocean the Indian Ocean. Let's help them do that, and let's keep them on our side. They're not inherently communist. They're just Indian. I think they could be a huge foil to China and Russia and the Muslims. And they don't like Muslims. They're basically in a undeclared war with Pakistan anyway, and we're going to get to Pakistan. And so she's pro-India, I'm pro-India. I wonder why it's got to be the deep state or people that just don't want, things to work right, why we don't form a very strong alliance with India. If I was president, we would. It's one of my platform points. then they'll investigate me for colluding with India, whatever. So she's pro-India. I think that's a good thing. She opposed I have notes here. She opposed the 2003, and I got them all from Wikipedia, the 2003 invasion of Iraq. A lot of Americans do. You know, Trump wants to pull us out of Iraq. He wants to pull us out of Afghanistan. He wants to pull us out of Syria. And the people around him, the machine, is pushing him to stay there. What the heck, man? Why are we there? Why did we go to Iraq? Just to finish business, right? I'm going to finish what Daddy didn't do. Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11, right? But we got to go in there and take it down. And now look at the mess that it is. I'm going on a little rant here, but I'm sorry. Those Muslim countries, they're a mess. I got a way to deal with that, but I just don't want to go there right now. We'll have to be in person. Anyway, she opposed the invasion of Iraq. I think that will go well with people who are weary of the conflict. Pakistan. She tells the truth about Pakistan. See, we, the government, the people that have been in government, that are in government now, we all know the truth about Pakistan. Why the heck are we holding their hands and playing games with them? They are corrupt and evil Muslims to the core. They are against America. They're also against India. They work against us. They provide on purpose, not because they can't help it. They provide safe haven to Islamic fanatics and terrorists. Their whole ISI, their intelligence corps, is just shot through with, radical fundamentalist Islamic terrorists. She called them out. She said there are elements in Pakistan's government that support terror. Yeah, she's right. We all know that, but she said it. Most people won't say it. And she was all in favor of cutting assistance to Pakistan. So am I. We shouldn't give them 1 cent. Not 1 cent. So she's in favor of that. I think that'll play well with the American people. The American people are tired. They want their soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines to come home. And quit sticking our nose in everybody's business. Most Americans, I think, feel that way. On both sides of the aisle, by the way. Saudi Arabia. She was against an arms deal with Saudi Arabia, and she said something about the U.S. shouldn't be Saudi Arabia's bitch or something like that. Whew, that's pretty strong words. Yeah, I agree with her. That's what I think is a cool thing, and I think that will resonate with a lot of people also. I was going to talk about this earlier, but I might as well do it now. She has a little bit of knowledge of what she speaks. She was in the military. That plays well with America. Thank you for your service. And not only was she in the military, she was an enlisted person in the military, like a specialist. That's an E4. It's right above private, first class. And whether this is true or not, it's on her Wikipedia page. There's probably some more truth there. But basically, she said she wasn't going to go back to Hawaii and run, and so that she could run for, like she was a Hawaii representative, so that she could stay with her unit for a year I think she was in Iraq. She was in a medical, service corps kind of capacity. Patriotic, right? Over politics. That's how it's being played. It'll play well with the American people. Then she went to officer candidate school, and now she's a major still currently in the Hawaii National Guard, a military police officer. And again, that will play well with people. On the right, on the conservative side, she's pro-military. She's serving the military concurrently with running for office. That'll play well. That'll play really well. So there's that. Syria. She doesn't think we need to overthrow Assad. I don't think Trump thinks we need to overthrow Assad. He wants to pull everybody out. I don't see why we care about Assad one way or another. He's not threatening us. She went and talked to him. Somebody's pulling up my driveway. She went and talked to him, and I know I can't edit videos, so now I'm watching to see whose car that is, and I'm talking to you at the same time. She talked to Assad, so I know. All right. Tell you what, I'm not going to redo this video, so just look at my window. I'll be back. I'm in the middle of a video, so come on in. What's up?
Unfortunately, it's,
All right, then hold on.
it's heavy.